I mean, how goth could I really claim to be if I didn't try to befriend the creaking? In all seriousness, let's go have a spooktacular time building a Victorian-ish house in the new Pale Garden. The old-growth birch stretched out for miles before me, a vast ocean of yellowed leaves and ashen wood. I made short work of the basic tools, even coming across stone and coal within the first few moments of my adventure. What a dapper young lad. Very cutesy, very mindful. My search crossed hundreds of blocks. With no map or compass to guide me, I'm really surprised I found my objective. It's been a long time since I've played vanilla Minecraft, and frankly, I'm not entirely sure that I have before this. Eventually, the darkwood forest gave way to something even more ominous. The air thickened as the sky grayed, and though I should have been alone, I knew somehow, somewhere, something was waiting for me. With nightfall fast approaching, I made my way to a hill and dug out a small shelter to act as a temporary base until I could build a proper home. With the place to rest tentatively secured, my next focus was gathering the basic materials I would need to build my new home. This ravine was juicy. I was able to grab pretty much all of the iron I would need this whole build from this one location. On top of iron, there are a number of redstone, lapis, and gold deposits, and plenty of places to grab a bunch of diorite and deep slate, which would both be needed for my build palette. Guys, I have never been so lucky in my mining pursuits before. There were 8 diamonds, all in one little area. And with that amazing score secured, it was time to head back and start building. This started with clearing space and making out a basic outline. A great way to elevate your builds is to put them on some kind of foundation. Depending on what kind of style you're going for, stairs leading up to the front door just brings everything up to a whole nother level. No pun intended. With most of the basic structure done, I headed to a nearby river to gather some more materials. This clay could be used to make pots, the sand will become glass for the windows, and I may or may not have taken out some squid for their ink sacs. I'll be honest, I did not really pay attention to the winter drop until someone in my comments told me that they had made white wood. It's so pretty, and a major upgrade from the vanilla birch being our only light option. That being said, to me, it reads more as light purple than actual stark white. The house was meant to be very dark and cozy, and it's a lot easier to achieve that when you split the rooms up into small sections instead of having big open spaces. While building, I kind of forgot you're supposed to eat to survive, but that was nothing a quick animal pen and a few captives couldn't solve. And we are now officially moved in. Since I was going for a semi-Victorian build style, a covered porch was a non-negotiable. I was originally planning to put it only on the left side and ended up loving it enough to move it to the right as well. At this point, I was only medium loving it. It was a good start, but it needed a lot more detail and something to break up the matchy-matchiness. Definitely on the right track, but still missing a little something. I was really torn about whether or not I liked this. On one hand, dark and light is always a vibe, but the pale oak did read as cool tone purple, and the dark oak is very warm brown. Does it work well together? I don't know. We're gonna rock with it. My favorite part of most builds is decorating the interiors. I wanted this to feel like a bookish bed frame and add a bit of storage around the place. This was meant to be a closet or armoire to add some visual separation between the sleeping space and the stairway. I ended up moving it to the opposite wall though and doing something a bit different later. I'd spent a good number of hours in this world by this point, and while there were still many things going bump in the night, I'd yet to encounter a creaking. The bone-chilling noises sent me into a panic. I had no idea where it was or how dangerous it could really be. I never expected it to be in my very room. And my axe was useless against him. I'd begun to wonder if it was my fate to starve here. But that would not be the case. When the sun rose, the creaking faded from existence, and I was able to return to building my home. Let's just pretend this looks like a folded blanket that happens to match the carpets. As usual, we can't have spooky season without a few jack-o'-lanterns around the place. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know how pots work. I did figure it out though. To create some contrast between the exterior and interior walls, I stripped the interior logs. It does brighten the place up a lot, but it also makes it look less visually busy. Over torching the place, over torching the place. I like putting torches all over the place. You cannot tell me that flower isn't goth. It looks like it's weeping. I am a sloot for a good gallery wall moment, but it was just not working for me here. So I went for something a little bit more understated, but every bit as magical. I grabbed some bovine sauce to make a cake, and look at it! It's friggin' bats. I love Halloween. On the road again. Meet me on the road again. I really wanted a lectern desk moment in the bedroom. Look at that. Double doors. So elegant. Aww. So sappy. Okay, time for the final touches. There's really nothing better than a hedge-lined pathway, except maybe a bramble patch hedge-lined pathway. Excuse you, can't you see I'm decorating? And I think that's it. I'm not completely in love with it, but I do think it came out nice. We've got our kitchen, a little storage and crafting room, an indoor balcony, and a cozy, bookish bedroom. If you enjoy this, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.